want to share how you could make a presentation or lesson on Mentimeter.com. For me, I use Mentimeter a lot for my daily questions, or sometimes I will use it to figure out what do they know ahead of time, to see if their background knowledge is there. So I want to share how you make your presentation. As you can see, I already have signed up for Mentimeter. So it says your presentation already, like right away when I go to Mentimeter.com. But for first timers, you will say sign in or sign up. It is free website, but you could pay money to upgrade your account. But we're going to use free account, which has a lot of potentials. So I'm going to click on your presentation, and that will take you to your dashboard, kind of. So I'm clicking it. So it will take you to my presentation. As you can see, this is all the slides or your presentations that you have been using, or I have been using throughout this couple months, and it accumulates, and you could always go back and visit and see what kind of answers were there. And because you could make a folder by subjects or by contents. For me, I just kept it alone. They're actually basically all SELs or daily questions. To start a new lesson or presentation, you will click plus new presentation. Oh, before we do that, as you can see, if you want to upgrade, there's a way for you to upgrade your account, and I'm sure there is more features that you could benefit from it. But for now, we'll do a new presentation. I'm going to start new presentation with the title. It could be, you could say ELA class 3-2. Okay, but for now, I'm going to say sample. And I will create my presentation. In my sample presentation, you could add many slides as you want, because you could use this as a lesson and presenting to your students. So you could add more lessons. To do, if you're doing a lesson, there are different content slides. There are heading, like a Google Slides, adding paragraphs, bullets. You're adding images, videos, right? Making your big text, quotes, right? Like this is what Steve Jobs said. And then numbers, right? Maybe you're trying to get a number and to get kids' attention or something. So these are useful if you're making a lesson slides. These are the ones that I use a lot for my group of kids to get daily questions, get polls, or get kids understanding of the content we're learning, or try to see what their opinions about it. So you could pick the type of the questions you want. Like for me, I do the top 3 the most. I think it's easier for them to use. For upper grades, maybe you could use other types of the questions. Also, there is a quiz competition, and then there is a way for you to give them quiz. I haven't used this with Mentimeter, but you are able to do this also. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click multiple choice. I want to have multiple choice question for this presentation. As you can see on the bottom, there are different result layouts. You could do bars, donuts, pie, or dots, but I use a lot with the bars. It's easy for kids to see. We had the major title one, but you could ask questions here. And I want to say, what is your favorite animal? Question mark, easy as that. And then I will give them choices: dog, cat, turtle. I just like turtles. You could do that. You could put a word or a phrase. And if you see a little sign here, and you could add pictures. So this is awesome for younger grades. When you click it, there is an image library you could use. They have, basic pictures. You could just write down, let's say, dog, and there's a pictures of dog you could find, right? And then sometimes you're looking for like a specific picture, and then it might say, hey, that picture is for upgraded account only, which is fine, right? You could upload any pictures if you have it in your computer, or there's GIFs, right? And then I'm going to show you later. I have utilized this in my morning meeting, and I will share it with you later. So you could add those to it, and it will pop up in the front or the top of the words. And as kids are voting in, you will see the bars go up. Okay. I want to share some of the things I have done, and you could also customize and see. You could close voting until, like, you could close voting after a certain time, so the kids won't vote so many times. And there's a limit to it too. If you do it once, I don't think they could go back and do it. But if you do like words clouds, there is a choice. You could give them a choice to put in entries. Like when you write, when you click 3, when they go into this website to type in their answer, they will have 3 boxes. They will show up at the same time. If I go back and open-ended too, kids could add more words or more sentences with the open-ended than word clouds. Word clouds, I think there is a limit of letters. So I want to show you examples of different things I have done. So this was like easy, cat or dog or none, right? So I used a GIF from the image library from Mentimeter, and then kids were able to vote, and you could see 22 kids have voted. So it doesn't tell you who voted what, but it tells you how many kids participated. So I have 25 kids in class. Obviously 3 kids didn't vote or didn't participate, but I do not know which kid didn't. So that was like, could be downfall sometimes, but for kids to just see different answers, I think it's kids really enjoy it. So that was the bars I used. Okay, as you can see, this is one of the slides I used for my ELA, and I was asking them, hey, what's the one nonfiction text feature you know? So this was done before the lesson, and kids were writing different things they know about, like pictures, their glossary, there's index, and you could see some of the answers are not right, but I tried to get what they know of. So this was, you could use that before the lesson. Another was like, how was your day? And this is one of the first Mentimeter slides I have used. As you could see, I changed the background. Because of the background, you could see the colors are a little different. So I did a simple, like, you're feeling good, so and not so great, and then we'll talk about it, right? See who said not so great. And actually, for, I guess, our kids are a little younger, and so they will say, hey, I don't feel well, or this weekend I didn't get to go see my grandmother, and then they will share. And that's always an awesome way to just open up their hearts and share what's going on. Other one was, we did this for 100th day of school, and this was I believe the open-ended ones, and then kids were able to share. And then it's not going up, but normally it goes up, and you could see all the answers. Okay, so that's basically what I did for doing making presentation, and then you could use it for your class. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you have any questions, you could reach out to Miss Kim.